All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harachawadash. Double honor to our apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone who guide, rule, and lead well. Greetings, salutations, blessings unto you men and women out there of the hopeful elect, listening and learning and fighting for your salvation in these dark and evil times. Shalom unto you. All right, your brother Shaquat here. Just want to bring out a quick video. This guy, man, he is a mad scientist, man. Okay, and more importantly, he has a God complex. Okay, he has a real God complex, man. All right. So before I even read this, well, it says here a new look at the strange case of the first gene-edited babies. Okay, a new documentary, quote, "Make People Better," end quote, leans toward a different narrative about gene editing than we've heard before, right? But before I get into this, let me bring up what this man is into. Bear with me. All right. This man his outlandish ideas go back to his first incarnation, which was as the original man that had a spirit like a serpent. Okay, the first wicked one on the earth, man. Okay, to say it plainly. All right, and what was that? He was back then. He wanted to be like God, right? So that's what he told Eve, and I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 5. It says, "For God knows that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Okay, so he knew that, and he wanted that for himself as well. Okay, he wanted that for himself as well. And now, fast forward thousands of years, and what do you see? This man is gene editing, something that belongs strictly to the Most High. He's put his hand into it. Okay, and if it were, I'll get another one right quick, just because it's moving. A couple of precepts come to mind. Matthew 24. It's like around here, right before that. Let's see, it's a little further down. Bear with me while I find it. Yeah. Matthew 24, verse 22. "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved." Okay, if the Most High didn't cut this man's rule off, this man will really go into full, what's the word I want to look for? Basically, fake is the word I'm looking for. Artificial is the word. Full artificial God mode on the earth, man. Okay. All right. He's gotten to the point where he's controlling the weather with the harp, DARPA, and he's opening up portals with CERN like he's the Most High. He's doing so many, he's changing the DNA of people and animals. This man is creating wars, funding both sides. This man thinks he's out there playing chess by himself, man. But only the Most High God, Yahweh, is doing that. All right? It says, "Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved," because he's so wicked, he would kill everybody. All right? "But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." All right? Now I'm focusing on the angle of these Edomites, how they're running mankind and the world into the ground. I mean, we ultimately know that it's by the Most High's design, but at the end of the day, he's performing this though. And then we look at the way he's doing it. He's not just doing it from the Most High's got me doing this. He's doing it from a standpoint where he's taking the place as if he's the Most High. All right. When you get into gene editing, okay, CRISPR, I believe, is this getting into this. Let me open it up and read a bit of it. All right. So getting into it. It says, it says, in the 4 years since an experiment by a disgraced scientist, He Jiankui, resulted in the birth of the first babies with with edited genes. Numerous articles, books, and international commissions have reflected on whether and how heritable genome editing, that is, a modified gene that will be passed on to the next generation, should proceed. So even though he was disgraced, now people in other science community, he's opened up Pandora's box, man. Okay? And now they're trying to figure out if they could pass this down. Now, this man, He Jiankui, I believe he's from China. If I'm mistaken, please put it in the description box. But I mean, who's really into this stuff? He wasn't into this stuff before E came into power. Okay? And E is a so-called white man. Just be real about it. He has a God complex because he has the dominion on the earth right now. He feels he can do all that he wants. And the Most High hasn't stopped him thus far. Allowed him to have free dominion and run since the time of the Greeks. I mean, it was a hiatus of 1,000 years during the Dark Ages, a.k.a. the Byzantine Empire. Okay, but then after that, they came back during the Renaissance to rebirth. Okay, they came out of that bottomless pit. They did the rebirth of the Roman Empire, man. And now they're reaching its height. Okay, and now they want to rule to the point where they can't be taken out of power. Okay, and so this has just opened up how people will live. I mean, there's movies on it. There's movies like Vanilla Sky where they're freezing people's brains and trying to keep transcendence. They're trying to keep the consciousness to put it into AI and different digital realms, the metaverse, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is what they're really doing and working on. Okay, I'll grab another scripture. Psalm 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations, and they call their lands after their own names. Okay, so they name places after themselves. So when they come back into power, it's already set up for them to be the ruler again. That they would always have a stake in the earth, man. Okay, that their houses, that their name, that their lineage, that their people will continue in power forever, man. That's why they're trying to force this new world order. Okay? They're trying to force it, man. That's this beast for you. That's this man for you. All right? When I said beast, I mean it's the NATO EU nations that's run by these Edomites. They're really trying to fulfill this system. This image, trying to make this image alive, and they're doing it. You think this isn't, these gene edited people aren't going to accept that CHIP into their body? You know, there's going to be more accepted into those gene edited bodies, and it's going to be accepted into the digital realm a lot easier. You know, come on now. All right, so let's get into the article a little more. It said, that is, modifying genes that will be passed on to the next generation should proceed. We've reinforced an international consensus that it's premature to proceed with heritable genome editing, yet concern remains that some individuals might buck that consensus and recklessly forge ahead, just as He Jiankui did. Now, what are they talking about? These gene-edited babies, as they put forward, and now people have caught on and trying to push forward with editing genes. Okay, they want my baby to be 7'2". I want him to be flexible. I want him to be tall. I want him to have, blue eyes, or hazel eyes and curly hair and tan skin and white muscles and all this whatever, man. Just whatever they can come up with. Okay. Whatever they can come up with. All right. But that's not his lane, man. Okay. But now they want to know if he can be able to pass those on, or does it go back to the original seed of the man that was used? Okay, the original DNA from the parents, or does those genes get passed on? Those edited genes get passed on. That's what they're working toward now, to see if they can pass those genes on. What does that mean? That means everybody will be bland. Everybody will be the same. Okay, I want them super intelligent. I want them. If you have an option, you gonna make your family line super intelligent or super simple and stupid, or just the same? You say just the same, but everybody else that opts for it will be super smart. Okay, and you can probably, as much as you can afford to edit into your genes, they'll allow you to do it. All right, this man is out of control. All right, and it says some observers, including myself, have characterized he as a rogue. However, the new documentary, Make People Better, directed by filmmaker Cody Sheehy, leans toward a different narrative. That he's not crazy, that it's a positive thing. It has to be that different narrative, right? It's in its telling, he, Jian Ku, speaking of, was a misguided centerpiece of a broader ecosystem that subtly and implicitly supported rapid advancement in gene editing and reproductive technologies. That same system threw he under the bus and into prison when it became evident that the global community strongly rejected his experiments. Like, who's paying for this, man? For them to be looking up this stuff. Somebody is interested in this enough to put money behind it, right? Creating the CRISPR babies. And brothers have done videos on this, right? Make People Better outlines an already well-documented saga tracing the path of he from a promising young scientist at Rice and Stanford to a driven researcher establishing a laboratory in China that secretly worked to make heritable genome editing a reality. He's experiment involved using the CRISPR-Cas9 technique, sometimes compared to modular scissors. This precision tool allows scientists to make very specific edits to DNA in living cells. He used CRISPR to alter the CCR5 gene in human embryos with the goal of conferring immunity to HIV. These embryos were brought to term, resulting in the birth of at least 3 children with altered DNA. All right, and it starts there. Oh, it's one, you simpletons out there, man. Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, they'll be immune to HIV. Wow. Really? The revelation of the births of the first gene-edited babies in November 2018 resulted in an international uproar. A laundry list of ethical failings in He's experiment quickly became evident. There was insufficient proof that editing embryos with CRISPR was safe enough to be done in humans. Appropriate regulatory approval had not been obtained. The parents' consent was grossly inadequate, and the whole endeavor was shrouded in secrecy. There's the video there. I guess it's on YouTube. New context, same story. And we know what this is. Okay, we know what this is. It's all about transcending the people, man. Okay, a lot of these movies are about that. Now these superhero movies are about E giving you that power, not about the Most High giving you the power. And that's all it's really gonna mimic. The power of the Most High, man. Because who is that won't get sick anymore? There won't be any sickness amongst Israel anymore. There won't be any death. There won't be any hunger. There won't be any, all these things that the Most High are going to bless our people with. He's trying to give it to his people, or the people of earth, his chosen people, whoever he chooses to give it to. Okay, it's in his power. He's trying to get them to be on that type of level, man. That's a godlike level. Okay? Bear with me. I got a couple precepts. Book of Psalm 91. Stir it up a little bit. Yeah, I started at verse 10. Yeah, man, that's what he's trying to mimic. Okay. It says, Psalm 91, verse 10, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague, sickness, come nigh thy dwelling. Okay. For he shall keep his angels give his angels charge over thee, and keep thee in thy ways. He shall bear thee up in thy hands. Thou shalt dash thy foot against a stone. Okay. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet. Nothing's gonna be able to stop us, man, with the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. But the point, just using that HIV thing, was no plague shall come nigh thee, man. Okay? Nothing's gonna be able to come up against us. All right? Not even sickness, because the Most High is not gonna send us sickness. All right? It's part of the curses, and the curses are being lifted. All right? Okay, because now we've got these curses on us, man. We constantly are getting sick, man. We lead numbers in like HIV and different other stats. So it's gonna even persuade some of our people, okay, to consent unto that BS, man. Right? Deuteronomy 28:21, the Lord Yahweh shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it, man. And the Lord shall smite thee with the consumption and with the fever and with inflammation and with an extreme burning and with the sword and with the blasting and with the mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Okay, so we've been getting sick, man. Okay, so these curses are gonna be lifted off of us and put upon the heathen. All right, but this is how he's trying to prevent all of that, man. Trying to control that whole narrative. Okay, trying to control that whole narrative, which is a God complex. Let's just go get to the end of this. Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, we'll start around 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, which we have fallen away, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, this man has been revealed. The Edomites are being revealed as the so-called white man. Okay, and his sin, he's the man of sin and the son of perdition, man, son of destruction, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. That's a God complex, man. Okay? He wants to be exalted and worshipped and control everything to where you worship him like a God. It says, in God we trust on his money, and whose face is on it? His people, man. Okay, not the Most High. Okay, Yahweh, all right? Since in the temple of God, he says that his people are the temple of God, man. Okay? He says the Amalekites, they're Edomites, man. Hebrew Edomite, Amalekites. Okay? They say that they're the temple of God. Okay? And he shows by controlling everything that he is God. Like we said, controlling the genes in people, controlling the genes in animals, splicing. Okay? Creatures newly created. In the Apocrypha talks about it. Okay? Different things, man, happening. This man's controlling the weather, controlling, because like even outside right now, there's snow flurries in the West Coast, man, in the desert, which we know snow happens in the desert, but it was in the 40s and it was snowing. I never heard of snowing in the 40s, degrees weather. All right, and the smells of chemical outside in the air, like, man, you just know people gonna get sick, man. We saw chemtrails lining the skies last week, and now this week. Come on, man. And a lot of our people just aren't paying attention, nor can they heal themselves of this stuff. Okay, with natural remedies. Why do you think he's getting rid of all the natural foods, man. Okay, and putting his GMOs out there. All right, talking about we're gonna make certain foods, meats and vegetables that'll have the juicy juice in it. Really? So yeah, man, this man is out of his mind, and you people are more out of your mind for following after this man. Okay, but the elect are gonna see it and escape it, man, and hide themselves in the strong tower of Yahweh Shemi Shai, away from the evil, man. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praises and glory. You can read the article, okay, the full article if you like. I got it off Newsbreak. All right, but like I was saying, giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops of the great millstone who teach God and rule well, and greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto you, hopeful elect up there. Until the next one, Shalom.